Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm your host, Enthros Campbell. December is usually a peak season for the Jamaica Customs Agency as it prepares for the spike in incoming containers and barrels to meet both consumer and individual demands. We check in with the agency today to hear about the measures being put in place to facilitate this process. To give us the details is Director of Public Relations and Customer Service, LaDonna Manning. Miss Manning, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, Enthros.
Good. Tell us now, we're a week into December. What's the atmosphere like at the ports and points of clearance?
I can tell you that it's busy. Going into the holiday season, while many entities are winding down their operations, the Jamaica Customs Agency goes into activation mode, full activation mode, because that is when we have increased volume in trade. And as a matter of fact, we are currently seeing year to date, and that's the fiscal year, where we have non-commercial imports amounting to 61.8 million kilogram already. And we are also seeing in terms of commercial 5.593 billion kilogram in terms of imports. And even going down or breaking it even more, since December 1 to December 7th, we're seeing an increase in commercial imports compared to 2019 and 2020 respectively. So we're seeing 161 increase in the volume of imports over 2019 and an exponential increase of 330% compared to 2020. So you can see that we are really in activation mode. Looking as well on the non-commercial imports, and this is where we talk about personal imports, we're seeing an increase of 25% compared to 2019 and also 29% compared to 2020. So really of a fact, we are really active and we have our systems in place, we have put our measures in place, our strategies to ensure that we effect efficient clearance for our customers.
Right, so that is what you're experiencing now, but do you expect that to be even greater in the coming weeks?
Definitely. As a matter of fact, because of what we expect, we have extended our opening hours to allow customers to transact business with us. So starting Monday, December 13, we will extend, and it goes up to December 22, for our collections units in both Montego Bay and Kingston. We're going to extend an extra hour each day to our customers. So usually the units at these locations would usually close at 4. They will now go to 5, and on a Friday they would usually close at 3. It goes up to 4. Also on December 18, our entry processing and valuation verification units, as well as the collections and accounts unit, will open on December 18 from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. so that customers can have their clearances and their transactions done effectively. Yes. So we do expect it, and we've put things in place in order to facilitate.
Right, you're going to put personnel in place. There's going to be an increasing number of persons working.
Yes. COVID-19 protocols observed, all of them observed. We have actually done that in terms of increasing personnel, particularly at the ports and the points of clearance, where there is more activity taking place. So yes, that measure has also been put in place.
Right. So what advice do you have for persons doing business with agents? We know usually it take a long time. Tell us how we can facilitate the process to make it easier.
Okay. For persons who are doing clearances, and especially for persons doing non-commercial clearances, we are encouraging them to utilize the services that are offered by agents and some port operators, such as like door-to-door delivery. So you don't have to necessarily go to the point of clearance or the port to effect the transaction or to undertake the transaction. You can authorize your agent to undertake same, and you will get your good or your item, your barrel, for instance, at your door. So we encourage persons to utilize services that are offered in that respect. Also, there are some warehouses have appointment system, so we encourage persons to go by that you have an appointment, you go by your appointment, so that will, cut down on the wait time and reduce delays that you may have. So we encourage persons to do that as far as possible. So utilize the services that the port operators or warehouse keepers have to assist in the process. As well as at this point, I would want to speak to persons who are coming in, air passengers who have what you call unaccompanied shipment or unaccompanied baggage. If you have a TRN, at the point when you are interacting with a customs officer at the airport, we encourage you to present your TRN so that it can be inputted into the system. So when you actually go to have the clearance, if it is that you're going to clear yourself, it's going to be easier because you would have already covered that aspect at the airport. So you would not have to go again to present at the point of clearance or at the port. So that is something we're encouraging persons to do. Present your TRN at the airport, so that will reduce the delay time when you actually go to clear your good as well.
Let's take a short break now. When we come back with more useful information about Jamaica Customs and their extended opening hours and collaboration with the port operators. Stay with us. Welcome back to Get the Facts. Our discussion continues with the Jamaica Customs Agency on the clearance of goods in December. We're speaking with Director of Public Relations and Customer Service, Ms. LaDonna Manning. Now, talk to us about the collaboration between yourselves and the port and other agencies that are involved in this process now taking place during December.
Okay. The Jamaica Customs Agency, we work with other entities on the ports to ensure that clearance is efficient and effective. And at this time of year, we have collaborated with port operators, for instance, to have in terms of extension of opening hours. So, for instance, there is Kingston Wharves Limited, Kingston Logistics Center, we have Adolph Levy and 214, we have Universal Freight Handlers Limited, and those are in Kingston. We are working in collaboration with them in terms of their extended opening hours. Also in Montego Bay, we have the Seaboard Warehouse as well as Port Handlers, and also they have extended their operating hours, and we are working with them. I encourage customers to reach out to them specifically in terms of knowing the specific time for these opening hours as it relates to the particular warehouse that you may be doing any kind of business with. But the hours have been extended, and we're working with them.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Well, tell me now, how does the agency ensure that it maintains its vigilance in terms of border security at this time amidst all of this excitement and the lots of persons coming in and the activity there?
Okay. Well, the Jamaica Customs Agency continues its vigilance amid the increase in trade volume. Persons may think that, because it's so much to deal with, that it's overwhelming for us. Not at all. We have also increased our vigilance in this area because border protection is critical to us to ensure that illicit or prohibited or restricted items do not come into the country. So one of the strategies that we have used or will continue to use is risk management as it relates to shipments that are coming in. All shipments coming in and also going out of the country are scanned. It goes through scanning. That's mandatory. As it relates to risk management, however, that is where the particular shipment is identified or flagged, for instance, to say, okay, this is something we need to do intrusive or physical inspection for. So not all shipments will go through physical inspection, even though it will go through scanning. So this is where the risk management aspect will come in as relates to shipment. So that strategy is utilized throughout the year, of course, but because of the increase as well, wherever there's an increase, of course, the vigilance increase. And we encourage persons as far as possible to stay within the right, because it's not as if you think that because we have a lot dealing with that things are just going to pass us by. No, we remain vigilant.
And we're happy to hear that. As we wrap this interview, tell us, do you have any tips for persons using your services, importers, passengers, any tips?
Okay. And as it relates to importers particularly, it is Christmas time, and persons may believe that because it's Christmas time, you can come into the country with certain items. So give you an example, fireworks. You can't just come in the country with fireworks. You need a permit. It's a restricted item. You have to get a permit to have fireworks, for instance, and that is through the Ministry of National Security. In addition, if there are shipments that you're doing and it require permits, we encourage you before the shipment is undertaken or done, get those permits, not when it is at the port and you're ready to clear and then you say, well, Jamaica Customs is holding up the shipment, because of course once another border regulatory agency is involved in the process and there's requirement for a permit, we have to have a permit before it is released to the customer. We also encourage customers at this time to ensure that the invoices are, what we call proper invoices are submitted to customs, along with your items, so that we can do the necessary, for want of a better word, review of the invoices, ensure that they are correct and, they are in good stead. Also, we encourage persons to make honest declarations to customs. For instance, you are traveling, and if you have over 10,000 US dollars, you must declare that to customs. So 10,000 US dollars and more, you're coming in with that money, you must declare it to customs. And also, in declaring it to customs, you must be able to provide documentary evidence of the source of that funding. If it is that you failed to declare it, and in addition, it is found and you have no documentary evidence to prove the source of the funding, the money will be seized by the agency, and we will then also invite another entity such as the FID to get involved in the process, because there will have to be an investigation in the matter. So these matters are actually treated seriously, in terms of declarations. Make sure you do your proper declarations to customs. Be honest in your declarations. Right. So, those are some of the tips that we have for customers, in clearing their goods during this very busy period.
We thank you. You mentioned fireworks. If we want to find out other items that are prohibited, where can we find the information?
Definitely on the website of the Jamaica Customs Agency, www.jacustoms.gov.jm. You can get the information on restricted and prohibited items on our website. Also, we are open to hearing from our customers, so persons can call at 876-922-51408. Our customer service representatives are, available to respond to queries. We also have our email facility, that is public.relations@jca.gov.jm. We also have our live chat on our website, where persons can actually go on our website and have that live conversation with customer service representatives or information officers if they want clarity or they need questions answered. So we are open to doing further awareness about customs related matters.
Yes. Thank you so very much. This has been Get the Facts, and their guest was Director of Public Relations and Customer Service, LaDonna Manning. Thank you so very much for watching, and take good care of yourself until next time. Be safe.